Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's just kind of a nude smoky eye. It's kind of an everyday wear. It looks good on just about everybody. This is kind of my go-to look whenever I just need something that's going to look great and I know it's something easy and simple to do. You can glam it up or you can make it as everyday as you want to, but if you'd like to learn how I do this look, just keep watching. So this is me with no makeup, obviously. But first I'm going to go in with NYX Cosmetics eyeshadow base, and it's just a white base that's going to give me a nice foundation for my eyeshadow to help it not crease and help the color payoff look even better. I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of pat it all over my eyelid. Then I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Masterclass Palette 2, and with the shade Vanilla, just kind of put that all over my lid. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush from e.l.f. This is just a blending brush, and I'm going to use the same palette using shades Nectar and Wheat, and use this as my transition color. I'm just going to use small circles and windshield wiper motions to just kind of blend that out evenly. Then I'm going to go in with my Sigma E25 blending brush and the color Sable. That transition color wasn't dark enough for me, so I'm just going to add a little bit of that Sable to deepen it just a little bit. I'm just going to blend. That's the key to a smoky eye, is blending. Then I'm going to take another e.l.f. brush and use the color Chestnut and Ambient. I'm going to mix them together and kind of put this on the outer corner and feather it inwards towards the middle of my eye. I'm not going to worry about blending this color out yet because I'm going to go back in with the Sigma E25 and with no additional product, just whatever was left on the brush, and blend it out just a little bit more. Just to kind of get rid of that harsh line, but I don't want to get rid of too much of that definition up there. I'm going to go in with Tarte Cosmetics Clean Slate Poreless Perfecting Primer. I just got this primer and I've actually been loving it. It's just very smooth. It helps my foundation stay on longer. I'm just going to go in and pat it on my face and then just kind of smooth it out towards the rest of my face. The foundation I'm using today is L'Oreal True Match in the shades 6W and 7W. I have to mix them because I'm a little tanner than normal right now. And I'm going to apply it using a beauty blender. I like to put my foundation on the back of my hand and work with it off the bat. That way it kind of warms it up a little bit and it goes on a lot smoother. The beauty blender just helps give that airbrushed finish, and I just like the way it feels. You just kind of pat until it's all looks smooth and is on there. I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in shade N20. I like my concealer to be brighter because I tend to have dark circles and I like it to brighten up that area. It's kind of like a highlight. And I'm just going to dab it using my finger to right underneath the eye and make kind of a triangle motion, and I'm going to use my finger also to clean up the edge of my eyeshadow, make it just a little bit sharper. I'm going to take that concealer also and run it, put it a little bit on my cupid's bow on the outside corners of my mouth, and then right down the middle of my nose, and in between my eyebrows just a little bit, just to kind of brighten the middle of my face up. I'm going to go back in with the beauty blender and just kind of blend all of that out. The reason I really love using the Beauty Blender is because you're able to get that airbrush finish really without any work. You just press it into your face. I like to use my finger a little bit just to make sure everything's nice and blended. I'm going to go in with the Coastal Scents 6 Contour Blush Palette, and I'm going to use the translucent shade and the tinted shade just to set my under eye concealer. The brush is by Tarte. The reason I use a powder to set my concealer is just so that it won't crease or move throughout the day. You're doomed from the start if you don't really. You're just going to have lines. And I'm just going to put it all over all of the concealer I put on my face just to make sure everything stays where I put it. I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix and a fluffy brush and just kind of set the rest of my foundation because it is Florida and it's humid, and if you don't set your foundation it will probably wipe off or run off your face. This brush is from e.l.f. also. Now I'm going to go in with a Coastal Scents brush and using the Smashbox Masterclass palette again. There is a bronzer on it, and I'm just going to take it right in the hollows of my cheeks. This is a powder contour, so it's not going to be too harsh. It's just going to give me a little bit of that shadow that I need. And then I'm going to go in with an Eco Tools brush and using that same palette, one of the blush shades on there, and put it right on the apples of my cheeks and blend it up towards my hairline. This is a nice peachy color. Looks good because it's more of a bronzy look. It's not too pink. I'm going to go in with my Gabriel highlighting. I guess it's Gabriel Productions. I got it from Premiere probably 2 years ago. But I just love it. It's lasted me this long because you barely use any. You just kind of dab it on the tops of your cheeks and down the middle of your nose, wherever you want to be highlighted and shimmery. And as you can see, it just kind of picks up the light beautifully. Now I'm going to go in and fill in my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Brunette. And I will be doing a brow tutorial, so I'm not going to go into depth on how I'm doing my brows now, because it's kind of a lengthy process and you don't really want to sit here and watch all that. But if you do, there will be a video coming soon. And voila, you're done. I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Tattooed Liner, and I am going to show you how I do my eyeliner. I get a lot of questions on how I get my wing so quote unquote perfect. Well, here you go. Keep watching. I just kind of eyeball where I want my wing to start, and I drag it in towards my corner of my eye. And then I pull my eye taut and kind of just trace it using little swiping motions towards the inside corner of my eye. It takes practice. The first time I did this, it definitely was not perfect. But you'll learn your eye and where you want it to go. And you just do the same thing for the other eye. Start right there and drag it towards the corner. Try not to blink while you do it because you can It's easier if you come in over your eyelashes, that way it doesn't get in the way and you can get more of a straight line. Now I'm going to go back into that Smashbox palette and use a pencil brush and just kind of drag that color that we used on the outer corner underneath my eye to smoke it out just a little bit more. You don't have to do this step, I just decided I wanted to for this look. And then I'm going to line my bottom waterline with just any black eyeliner. This one is from Sally's, I believe. It's the Palladio. And just go in with a mascara and line your lashes on the bottom. I did go ahead and put falsies on the top, but I cut that out of the video just because it was way too long of a process. And every girl has her mascara face. That would be mine. I just touch up my falsies just so they're a little bit more out there. And I'm just going to play with my hair a little bit. Now for some lips. I'm going to go in with NYX Cosmetics lip liner in Pink Nude. I had trouble finding the name of that when I was about to use it. I'm just going to trace the outline of my lips. When I do a nude lip, I do not like to overdraw my lips. I just kind of go on my natural line. And I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Collection Privy by Eva. I'm absolutely loving this color. It's called Eva's Nude. And just to add a little bit of shine, I go over top of it with a Maybelline lip gloss. I do not know what color that is, but I will find out. Nude Illusion. That color combo is just perfect. As you can see, it's the beautifulest nude. It just works. And that's the finished look.
Thank you for watching my first YouTube video, and this is my dog Cookie. We say thank you for watching, do we? Say thank you. Mwah. Bye.